Hi, it's Heidi with Whips and Kits here on Flosstube, here for a long overdue Flosstube update. I am just done with COVID from last week, sicker than I was the first time I had COVID. So yeah, just got done with that, just got done passing it over to my parents too for the first time. So go me. So anyway, I was supposed to do this last month, but I missed because so much stuff going on and having COVID. So anyway, here I am. I just want to start with going through some things I'm stitching on, my whips. So I'm going to start just off in random order. This is something I'm stitching that's very exciting. I started this new project. I posted this on Instagram as well. I'm Whips and Kits on Instagram too. And a friend, I was posting on Homespun Needlework. Sometimes they have a, hey, what's your unicorn chart? And you say, this is my unicorn chart. And never thinking I would ever get a response. And I got a response from a lovely person who knows who she is. Maybe, I don't know if she'll watch this, but I love her dearly because I am stitching Witch's Hollow. This is my unicorn chart. I love the primitive needle. I'm so sad that she tragically passed away. She drowned in Ohio in a freak flash flood. And so sad. She was a nurse. She was an obstetric nurse. So it's just very sad. She was so talented, and I'm so sad her charts aren't around anymore. But you know what? There are always people in this community that are willing to share. And I'm telling you, God bless you guys for sharing with people. Because that's what it's about, sharing with each other in this community, you know? So I'm so grateful to have this chart. I'm so grateful for this community. So this is Witch's Hollow. The floss is amazing, you guys. The color palette, there's so much floss. And I pilfered through my floss pile to find it all. So again, I have like this one I got from Faith, Hope, Love. This one I got from Happy Camper. So I pilfered and wrote on here where I got all of this floss so I can put it back or, you know, but look at this gorgeous color palette. There were very few that I didn't have. I didn't have spring green, but I had most everything else. I didn't have cadet, I don't think. Yeah, or butterbean. No, I had cadet. I didn't have butterbean. So anyway, very few that I don't have because when I had COVID, I went through on the Stitch Express app. I brought up box after box that I have. You know, I'm Whips and Kits. I have so many things kitted up. And I put everything into that app. I couldn't stitch. I was so tired. I couldn't even stitch. So I just was like on my phone. And I put in 100, I have 185 kits, you guys. 185. I've only been at this since what? For 2 years. A little over 2 years. It was 2 years this spring. And that's how many things I have kitted up. And who knows how many whips I have now. I mean, honest God. Okay, so anyway, without further ado, this is where I'm at so far. And that's how wide it is at the top. Look at how cute that is. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. It's so cute. I couldn't wait to stitch that owl, so that's where I started, right in the middle at the top. Top, middle, and I'm stitching this on fabric that Phoebe dyed for me. This is one that Phoebe dyed when she was here in June. We dyed that together. I don't have this on my frames, so I've been stitching it out outside. I've been being able to be outside in the beautiful air to stitch with the fire going. It was just like so beautiful last week here, well, the week before last in Wisconsin, in the 70s, and then it would get down in the 50s at night. So I was able to, my husband put up a tent for me so the bugs wouldn't get me, and then I just stitched in that tent. It was in the screen tent. It was so fun. I loved it. Okay. Next whip. Excuse me for snuffing. This is one that I started for Judy, and Judy is stitching Bunny, and Sarah Stitchy Spot, Sarah from Sarah Stitchy Spot. I started Florence Mary Dickinson. I've had this kitted up from Hobby House, and I had to stitch some of the flowers and the leaves, and then I'm doing the border. Still have it on the hoop. I should take it off, but I never do. Love the hoop. And this is stitched on 40 count Tabby Cat creme brulee, and I really got a nice cut of this creme brulee. I really enjoy it. It looks tea-dyed almost, you know, with the tea rubbed in there, tea stains rubbed in there. I like it. It doesn't have like the huge brown spots on it, which, you know, that's nice too. That has, I like all linen. I've never met a piece of linen I didn't like, I don't think. And I'm stitching it with the 100 threes. So I got that going for me. Speaking of that, we had a wonderful get-together at Roseanne's house in Milwaukee. There's a wonderful woman named Roseanne who I met at Autumn Abundance. And it just so happened she was sitting at the table right next to me. I came late, so I didn't have really a table to sit at, so I just sat with another sweet lady from Texas, and she and I said, "Can I sit with you?" And she said yes. She had no table mate either. So the table next to me was Roseanne, and Roseanne just happened to be from Wisconsin, from Milwaukee, and she's a nurse at the VA, and Milwaukee, I'm a nurse at the VA in Madison. So it was just a super wonderful coincidence. And we were all going to get together at her house, and we did. Some people couldn't come. They were sick or tired. But we had such a good time. I cannot imagine. It was so good. It was so relaxing and fun. Roseanne was there, and of course was at Roseanne's house. But first we went to Lisa Kretzer's house, and she has the most gorgeous house. And you go in her stitching room, and it is just so relaxing. It's just a place where you just love to sit and stitch. And she has the most beautiful sampler wall you've ever seen. I just loved it. I mean, so many inspiring samplers that she has on her wall. It was just a treat to see all the samplers that she's done. And she hasn't been stitching that god-awful long either. I think she went back to stitching 2018 or something. She has so much done, so much stitching done. Then we went to Roseanne's, and her stitching is just super inspirational as well. Just beautiful stitch pieces. And she's just like, we're like, oh, I love that piece. Annie from Annie B's was there, and she said, that's my unicorn chart. It was hanging on the wall. And she said, oh, let me get it for you. So Roseanne went right down in the basement and found that chart and loaned it to Annie to stitch. God, love her. Love. And Lisa Kretzer's the same way. She's like, I'll borrow that chart to you. And so I think it's, what did she have there too? Because she's already done stitching it. Oh, and I can't think of it. Huge red flowers, Heidi Stitching Face stitching it as well. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it. Anyway, Howells, I think. Howells, and it's the Scarlet House. And then Barb Lost in Floss was there for a little while. We all had a delicious lunch. and I drove up with Judy, Stitching Bunny. We had the best drive. We talked all the way there, all the way back. We hit it off like a house of fire. She's just the sweetest, most wonderful woman too. I love her. I love every one of these people, every one of them. As soon as I got home, I hopped on and ordered a bunch of charts because from Annie B's, because she has, I am a huge PDF lover. I love to buy PDFs, and I love to, I don't even like to stitch in my, on my phone or anything, but I always make a hard copy because I prefer to stitch with the hard copy. And I don't know why. I love tech stuff, but I just prefer this to stitch with a hard copy. But it's just so much easier printing them out. So I love that. And I love instant gratification too. So anyway, those women were just wonderful. I'm sad that the other ladies couldn't make it. Really sad. But we'll see them again. I mean, I'm just a hop, skip, and a jump away, and I love to drive, so I'll just hop on over there, pick up Judy, and away we go. So yeah, we had such a good time. Excuse that interlude, but I just had to tell you guys how much I love them. Okay, next thing. Oh yeah, I gotta show you my finishes. So this is a whip, but I also have a finish. So this little guy, I finished Bobbin by Stacy Nash. Look at Bobbin. Oh, hello. I had this little spool from, I don't know, I think I got it in a whole bunch of spools from the antique shop in a jar. And so I put a needle in there. I super glued a needle in there and then just stuck it right in there. Finished it off all the way and stuck it in there. I didn't like the idea of putting a popsicle stick in there, so I just glued a needle in, and he's fine sitting there. You turn him around and he's standing right up straight. It's real nice. This is the back of him. This is the fabric for the back. It's super cute, really thick, like a linen kind of a backing. I really enjoyed stitching this. I stitched it and finished it over the weekend, so it was really nice. And I thought he needed a friend. I enjoyed stitching him so much. I thought, I want to stitch a really gray one. So I started this guy. And I switched him the other way. I just photocopied it backwards. And I'm going to stitch him facing the other way. They can look at each other. So there. Really like stitching him. I have everything kitted up in here, all of them. All of those animal crackers that came out last time. And she's coming out with some really cute ones again. So I'm stitching him in, I think it's charcoal or something. I don't think it's 310. Charcoal, yeah. That's what I'm stitching this little mouse in. Yeah, so there you go. I finished that guy. So that's another whip, start and a finish. And then I started something else. I just wanted to start a bunch of stuff this time. I just get a hankering and then I just do it. So I started Summer Moon by Plum Street. And I started this on a piece of 40 count. A 40 count I don't know the name of. It was a random 40 count that I got from Lynn's of Madison. So I got the moon stitched and the flag and the rooftop, and I'm starting to stitch the greenery over here. I already made a mistake, but I'm not going to fix it. It's fine. Nobody can tell in a leaf the mistake. So it's super pretty on blue. I think it's going to look really nice. Using the called for, the CF, Lots of DMC, classic color works, and then the beautiful oranges and reds in here. That is just really speaking to me right now. So I started that. And the next, I finished something else. This is First in the Garden series. I'm doing them all on a different color of weeks, like it calls for, and then sewing them all together. I'm using 35 count instead of 32 count because I didn't want to use 2 strands. I started out on 32, but it didn't look as full as I liked it. So I'm using 35 count. And I also yarked up some chocolate. You can see the protein shake that I yarked up on there. I was taking a drink of it, and then I started coughing, and I coughed all over this thing. Look at right there. It doesn't come out. I'm telling you. I used OxyClean. I used everything. I used OxyClean. I was soaking it in cold water, rinsing, soaking, rinsing. I used Dawn. It doesn't come out, man. This protein shake does not come out. So it's in there. It's just going to have to look like modeling on the face. I yarked it all over the whole thing, like fabric and all. Fabric is never going to come clean. So yeah. And then I started something else. I know. I get a hankering. And then I just start. I love this though. I'm in the Artsy Housewives Patreon, and this is the stitch along for that. We started on June 1st. Was it June 1st or July 1st? Let me look. I forget when it was. Maybe it was July 1st because I already had a June Flosstube, so I wouldn't have showed this then. So this is on 40 count that I dyed myself, a piece of kind of brownish 40 count. And this is what I've done so far. I love the geometric of this. It's so pretty. And the really pretty colors, super pretty colors. I started this, I was watching, you know, whenever you start something or you watch something, you kind of associate it with the thing you're doing that day. And I was watching, what was it called? The Pope's Exorcist. When I watched this is a really good movie. Super good movie. Pretty scary though. Not that scary though. The devil's real, people. Don't let him fool you into thinking he's not. So anyway, really cool colors. Really great colors. I mean, so unique. I love using this dragonfly. That really called to me. And moss is super cool too. Really highly variegated. And I love variegation. Love it, love it, love it. So there's 4 DMC and the rest are over-dyed flosses. So it's been super fun to stitch that. Within a Dream, it's called. It's a tier 4 Patreon chart stitch along with the Artsy Housewife. She's super far along on hers, what she's stitching. So I, of course, have a lot of weeks, so I'm not that far along. Then excitement ensued because I'm stitching Sarah Brazier, I call her Sarah Brazier, Sarah Bra. This is ginormous. What is it? 487 by 482. Huge. So I saw that Narissa Stitching Lifestyle was stitching hers on 56 count. So I thought I can stitch it on 56 count. I don't know what I was thinking, but I am stitching it on 56 count, and I got the whole border done, all 5 of them. There is this border and this border that has satin stitching between. This has all the flowers, motifs in it. And then there's this and this border, which has satin stitching inside of it. So it's gonna be lots of satin stitching. I'll probably put it on a frame for that. And then this, I started stitching. Oops, you can't really see. There we go. I started stitching the flowers on the border. So excited. They're so pretty. I am stitching this with wonderful silk from Vicki Clayton silk conversion. Look at, I've had these on Flosstubes since I started, and they have not gotten one tiny bit fuzzy. They're the perfect, I love this silk floss so much. And like I've told you a million times, I keep them in this, I keep the silk floss in a separate bag from everything else so it doesn't get muzzled around and rub on the fabric. And, you know, I try to help as much as I can, but I'm telling you, there's nothing getting fuzzy about those in the least little bit. So it's fantastic. I got this chart at Needle in a Haystack. Not sure if they still have it. I think the Attic Needlework still has that chart as well, but otherwise it's out of print. So if you really want it, if you're feeling it, otherwise you have to get it on the secondary market, and it's $100-some. But I thought I saw it at, in fact, I'm sure I saw it at Attic Needlework, not that long ago. So less than a year ago. And then I have another finish, not a fully finished, but another finish. And that is, I started this a long time ago. That's this little guy. This is Heart and Hand, and it's supposed to go on a little bit of a bowl, a little like ceramic bowl kind of a thing. But I'm going to finish this. Hopefully I can find a little tiny box, like a little round box that has an indent in it that I can put this on. It's like 3 1/4 inches, 3 1/4 to 3 1/2 inches. And hopefully I can find something like this. I bought this from the guy I buy all my boxes from, LaHaye's. And this I bought for Chocolate Heart. I'd like to start and finish that. He does such beautiful work. So beautiful. So yeah, I love this thing. So I'd like to find something like this, or even just a paper box to put this on. I think it'd be really cute. This is 32 count fabric that I dyed myself from Hobby Lobby. Just inexpensive Hobby Lobby fabric. So yeah. And then one more finish. This is a fully finish. And that's this. This is, what's it called? It's the October House, I don't know what it's called, Patriotic Flag or Faded Flag. That's it, Faded Flag. I love this. I got it for Phoebe for her birthday, and I thought, I have to stitch it too. So I like it on this. This is a 20 count linen that I dyed myself. I got this 20 count from my Aunt Laura from her stash. And it is just the best thing ever. So I over dyed this in taupe a couple times. I went taupe and then did more taupe, and then I put it in charcoal for like a minute, and then it came out like this. And I have on the back this fabric, supposed to look like old flour sacks. I like it. I think it's perfect. Red, white, and blue, so it's patriotic to go with this. I started this in July after the 4th of July. Well, maybe I started it a little after the 4th of July, yeah. Then I finished it, fully finished it this week. So yeah, those are my finishes. I think that's all I finished. Yes. So next. In a sequential order. Oh yeah. This is Shepherd's Bush stocking Roma. I'm stitching this for my granddaughter Ren. I worked on this. This is worked with pearl cotton, size 5 pearl cotton. Weeks, Dye Works, and DMC. And I love it. So cute. I finished up the sheepies. I have to do their legs yet, but I don't want to, you can't do their straight stitch their legs till you have, you know, more of the dress in. So yeah, I stitched on them for a little bit. It's really hard to stitch on this really super hard fabric. It's really hard on my wrists and my fingers. Just hard to pull that stuff through. So you can only work on it for so long before you give up. And that's on 20 count. 20 count natural brown linen. Okay. Oh, no, this isn't anything I've done yet. This is something I'm going to start. I'm going to start the next garden series one. This is Apple Orchard. I can't show it to you because it's the pattern right there. I'm going to start Apple Orchard. And I have the 35 count linen for that. What do I have? Oh, this is gray. Confederate gray. I have all of these kitted up, the whole thing kitted up, and I just take out the linen that are the threads that I need for that one. And then, so I'll probably start on that soon. They're just such a nice, easy stitch, you know? Very fun. But I probably won't start it very soon because I got a lot coming up in the next few weeks. I won't start it very soon. What's this? Oh, I know what this is. Big Ann. Okay, goes like this. This is Ann. Dale, big and beautiful. I'm coming up on the, every corner I stitch her little flowers right there. So I know where to start and stop. Got it right there. Got those little flowers done there. And so all I have left is the rest of the red inner border. I'll work on her in September for Sampler September. Finish that inner border, and then I can start on the insides, on the guts. I'm going to start at the bottom. Very excited to work that bottom. I'll show you the chart. I'm stitching this with my friend Phoebe. She's Moonshine Stitchery. And she's using, I think, is she using overdyes? I think she did her own conversion for this, and she's using her own conversion. And I'm using Vicki Clayton silks. And look at these silks. They're in perfect working condition. Gosh, I love her silk. They're nice and thin, but yet feel delicious. And I like to stitch on a little smaller fabric. This is a 46 count marbled pointer. So they fit perfectly in there. It's just like a 103 almost. A little plumper than 103. A little less, the spin is different on them, you know? So anyway, let me find the cover of this because it's just stunning. It's Shakespeare's Peddler, Ann Dale. Big and beautiful. Big Ann, we call her. So I'm going to start working down here on those ducks or whatever they are. Swan, duck, geese? Geese? I don't know. It's so stunningly beautiful. If I get bored down there, I'm going to come up here and do this line. And then I can work in there. And then I can come up and do this line and work in there if I want to. So it's so nice to have the border done because then you can go anywhere in here, work anything you want. And you don't have to go to another area to, it's just really nice. I really enjoy it. So there's Big Ann. We stitch on her when we stitch together. Phoebe and I stitch on FaceTime together. We enjoy that. And here is another thing that I'm trying to finish right now. I'm doing the Hollis Hands Creates Summer Stitch. And I'm doing the Equality Sampler. And I would have sworn at the beginning of this month I was not going to get this done, but I think I am. It's going to be supposed to go from Memorial Day to Labor Day. I had started it already, so I'm kind of cheating a little bit. But once I started on Memorial Day, I had the outline done, and then I think I had some of this side done. But now look where I'm at. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. I love her samplers so much. I got all of the over one sentencing done, and that was really nice to have that done. I enjoy over one lettering so much. And let me tell you, I do carry. I carry. But you can't even tell. Look at the over one and the back. You can't really tell at all. And I don't carry word to word, but I do carry between the letters because you can't even tell, you know? And even at the top, I carry right here. Look at that. I try to end a word, especially with this. It's not overdyed. The letters are all 3371. So I can do a half a stitch and then end at a place where it's really easy to connect to another letter. I love that flag. It's really surprising to me that these are browns and not, it's cappuccino and another brown DMC for that flag. Isn't that interesting? She's a genius at color. Paulette is a genius for color. A lot of subtlety in this eagle, and as well as the windows on that brown house in there. And look at those ladies. Look at the ladies. That's what I'm doing right now. All of their names. And then I'm going to start down there. I'm filling this in when I just have, like I was at a football game on Friday night and I worked on the fill-in in that area. And then I just have this side to do. I think I can get that done this week. I still have a little bit of today. Tomorrow I have my granddaughter. I will get absolutely nothing done when she's here. But yeah. I had to iron that baby so you could see it really well. I just love this project. As soon as I'm done with this, I have another one that I want to start. And I'm doing them all on 36 count tornado. All the three that, not all of them, I don't think. Gosh, what am I doing the other one on? I think it's on flannel flower. The Mayflower one is on flannel flower. I could switch it to tornado though. I have plenty of tornado. I have a whole other yard of it. So anyway, that's the equality sampler. Oh, I forgot to show you the threads. I'm almost out of 3371. I might have to break into another one, but maybe not. I don't have that much left, but it's almost all the way done. And then everything else, there's no shortage. I only had a half a skein of this, but I didn't need a whole one of the 927. It's just beautiful. Super lovely. Okay, that's that. And then Sundays I work with Contented Needleworker Kim and Phoebe. We all are working on, except today because I have to finish that sampler. We all work on Louisa Barney. It's really nice to work with someone on this. It's an intense stitch, and it's been great to work with people on, you know, right after church and before Phoebe has to go to choir practice, so like an hour, we work on our Louisa Barney. So I'm working on the bird right now, and I got those dots done and this flower right here finished, and then this flower and these leaves in 2 Sundays. That's really nice. So I really enjoy working on this. I decided I'm not going to do this line over here. I don't want to, but I'm just going to keep it there. I'll frame it tight to it, so I'm not going to rip it out or anything. And Phoebe and I did a conversion to 103 floss. We didn't do the conversion. We had Needle in a Haystack do the conversion. They will happily do a floss conversion as well. Look at all of these flosses. That's a lot of floss. I couldn't find a container big enough for it, so I just store them in there. So yeah, I love this project too. It's really great. I think I'm almost done with my whips. Yep, I am. Okay. 2 more, I think. So I started something else. I couldn't resist. I recently started this. This is Julia Rachel Delamere, the Threads of History Club, number 3 for this year. And this is by, I have a copy done, but, oh no, I don't. I didn't make a copy of this. I need to immediately. So this is Antique Sampler Reproduction by Cross Stitch Antiques. Isn't that gorgeous? Give me a break. I had to start it immediately. It's so beautiful. I don't know what linen this is. It doesn't say. It's 40 count. It was supposed to be Mason linen, but she got sick, the Mason linen lady. So I don't know what I'm stitching it on. It could be anything. But I don't care what I'm stitching it on. It's so pretty. That's all I have. This is all I did when I had COVID. This is all I stitched right here. That's it. That's all I could do. This has like a double border. I think it's English ivy and avocado. So that's going to be the border, these 2 greens. So if you want to do this sampler, call up there and get it. I'm telling you, it is going to be stunning. Look at these gorgeous colors. Oh, they're so pretty. I love them. So I had to start that when I saw it. It's so pretty. And then the last whip that I worked on. A lot of whips and starts, I guess. That's how I do. Is I always have one thing on my, well, at least one thing going on my Mark II. I love to work on my frame. And that is, right now, I have Rose Wreath Sampler on it. But this is what I had on it last month, Eleanor Parr. I have a thread conversion from the Attic Needlework to the very antique colors, mostly Gloriana silk, couple of gum nuts, and one belle soie. But otherwise it's all Gloriana silks. These are staying remarkably beautiful as well, but I only have them hanging up at the side of my Mark II. I'm not plopping them in and out, and I don't carry them around anywhere because it's on my frame. It's on my scroll frame. So I got a lot done on this because I worked on it. I worked on it on the weekends a lot. And I got this bird done right here with its perch and its legs and a leaf. And then I did the middle area. I can't point and then I got all the way over on the side. And then I've got that first bird, all the leaves under him done right there, and the second bird with all of his leaves around him there. I love this project so much. I could easily just work on this project. Easy. Super easy. I love it. The threads are all amazing. Every single leaf is a surprise because there's nothing really repetitive to me about it yet. I mean, I'm not that into it yet that I'm like, it's another stupid leaf like that. No, it all looks different, you know? So it's really fun. It's really great to work on. So I'll just show you one more time, a shot from the back. Let me see if I can get it in there better. I'm sorry. There. Really pretty. I do love pink. Pink is my favorite color, but I didn't want all the pink that's in that. It looked really pink to me. So I really wanted to work on the antique colors after I saw Judy Stitching Bunny, her finish of this. I gasped and I had to do it. Okay, so that is all of my whips that I've worked on. And now to haul. And believe it or not, I have less haul than usual. I mean, there's not a little bit of haul by any means, but less haul than, than usual. Excuse me, pardon me. Okay, first of all, I bought this piece of 46 count Lakeside Linens navy bean. I think it's 46 count, isn't it? Yep. Vintage navy bean. Such a great color for a sampler. And I got a bunch of material. I didn't have any patriotic stuff, so I wanted to get something for the back of the pillow. And I thought one of these would be nice, and it would have been nice. But I wanted, when I saw that flour sack stuff, I really enjoyed it. Can't wait till Kitten Stitcher opens again. Can't wait. I got this fabric from Kitten Stitcher. And then this fabric from Kitten Stitcher. Isn't it cute? It looks like embroidery. Perfect. I love it. And then I got the flour sack material. Really cute. And I got some linen material from Moda. I got some of this for Christmas. Oh no, this isn't the Christmas one. This is the flower one. Look at how pretty that is. I just love material. This is the Christmas one. So cute. With the music on it. That's really sweet. And then this one. And I could not resist this one. This is just my kind of ugly green. Look at that. Really pretty. And this animal one. That'll look perfect on a little pillow, right? And then this red paisley I thought was super pretty. I think this shop is called Holly and Ivy. Is that what it is? Holly and Ivy, yes. They're from, she's from Wisconsin, and it's an Etsy store. And I like it that I can buy it in quarter yards. Because I don't need a lot. I'm not a quilter. I just like to have stuff, have options for my finishes. And then this was really sweet. So that's the material that I got. And then, like I said, I got a whole bunch of Annie B's stuff. After I met Annie B's and saw all of the stuff that everybody else was working on of hers, yeah, I went to town. Trying to find them all. Sorry. Okay. There it is. So I got this. Everybody's working on these. And they're just so great. I love them. I love them all. There she is with her cute baby daughters. Can't wait to work on these. And I do have some material for them that I found in my Aunt Laura's stash, but I don't know if it's the right count. Some black. Oh yeah, it's 14 count black Ada. Yeah, that's what I have. Found it. And then I got Many Mansions. I didn't have Many Mansions. I saw Roseanne's working on this, and she's stitching the house in red. So pretty. I'm going to stitch it in a pink, I think. I like a pink house, but I also like a mustard house, so I'm not sure. I got spring green pears. Love it. I got some green that'll work. And then I already had this, but she sent me the updated version of, I have this kitted up down in the valley. This is what I want to start after the Christmas ones. I want to start down in the valley. Maybe in January I'll start that. And I'd already bought this before I even met her there, but American Sampler House. I bought everything for it at, we have a new shop that opened in our village, in our town, in our little village. It's called Happy Little Stitch Shop. And they only used to be like mail order, but now they have a brick and mortar store. I love it. She's not really well stocked yet, but I'm hoping she will get there so I can stop in and just pick up what I need. Then I got blue work pears as well. I'll probably find some more stuff that I got in here too. Then they had stuff on sale on 1-2-3 Stitch. They had Shepherd's Bush on sale. And I love Shepherd's Bush, especially Christmas and their holiday stuff. So I went on a rampage. You know, when you see charts for like $3, you're like, yes! One of the ones that I have finished by them, a little ornament, I finished in like a day, including the buttons. I haven't finished it yet, but that's this one, Oh Tenenbaum. It was like a Sunday stitch. It was so fun to just stitch this in one day. You know, I love stuff like that. So this is another one of those. This is Up on the Housetop, Reindeer Paws. So I got this one. Can't wait to stitch it. I got Bring Us Good Cheer. How cute is that Santa hat? Love it. I got Dashing Through the Snow. Happy Thanksgiving. I never see a Happy Thanksgiving, and Blessings Abound. It's little pillows. Sweet little turkey. And then We Wish You a Merry Christmas. That's adorable. Be a Witch. This is Halloween Night. This is one of the bigger ones. Really cute. And this is one that I'm starting now. I bought all the floss for it the other day when I was at Lynn's. It's called Howl. That is cute. I'm going to get the buttons at 1-2-3 Stitch, and it's stitched on 10 count Tula. Never heard of it, but I went to Lynn's and saw it, and I have some in my aunt's linen boxes. I should show you those linen boxes sometime, you guys. You would puke at how much linen is in there. It's wonderful. There's Ada, and I'm not about, I'll use any linen. Linen I love, and she has even weave and lower counts, but my gosh, Tula, to have Tula in there, she has it. And then this is In a Stable. I love these. Can't see them really well, but look how cute. You can do little pillows, or you can do it in a little frame. I don't know what I would do. I don't know. Joy to the World and Joy Pillow. And then Christmas, a little nativity set, Joyful Christmas. I think I want to do this for my niece, or not my niece, my granddaughter. She loves Jesus. And then this is Pumpkin Stew. I'd rather stitch these guys, but they're little buttons. That's okay. Little spiders up top. Cute. And this is wonderful. This is called Santa's Flight. Scatter Christmas. Halloween. This is another cute one. Spooky Halloween for my little granddaughter. And then here's Spooky Notes. Look at those little pillows down there. And then Star of Wonder, Star of Light. Really cute. So those are what I bought. And then I've been watching, oh, what's that lady's name? It starts with a P. Not the Pumpernickel. You know what I'm talking about. She's got an English accent, really sweet lady. She influenced me to buy a couple of things. And Narissa always influences me. This is Victorian Rose Needle Arts, Alice Smith, 1841. This is so gorgeous, you guys. So gorgeous. I have to stitch this. And I bought this chart. I was sent it, but then I didn't get a key. I wasn't sent the key. So she said that's in the mail, but I haven't seen it yet. So I can't stitch it till I get the key to stitch it. I bought it from Victorian Rose Needle Arts directly. Then a couple things that I got from Kitten Stitcher before she closed. I got Hannah's Brownstone. Carol finished this and showed it on her Flosstube. And then another thing that was on sale was Chessie and Me at 123 Stitch. So I got some Chessie and Me that I've been hankering for. Love that. Love Grand Old Flag. And Grand Old Flag has that stitch around it. What's it called? Maybe it's not Grand Old Flag. Maybe it's this one. Not the Smyrna stitch. Katie Strachan showed it on her Flosstube. And just after I bought this chart, I'm like, how am I ever going to do the Montenegrin stitch? That's what it's called. This one has the Montenegrin stitch. And then Katie Strachan showed it on her channel. And I was like, oh, that looks good. She had a video of it. It looked great. This is just the perfect sampler in America. And then this one too, I've seen this finished. I don't know who finished it, but I've seen it finished and it's really sweet. I love it. I love Linda Lautenschlagen. She's a Wisconsin gal too. And then I bought some stuff from Kitten Stitcher. I got PA Dutch Tomato Pin Keep. I got this, Autumn Joy. I already had Autumn Joy, so I sent it to my friend Phoebe for her birthday. Pollinator's Garden, October House Stitchworks. I love it. Fiber Arts, October House Fiber Arts. I got the birthday tart. And this one I got Ann Roberts from Hands to Work. I really want to stitch that house. That is just a fantastic looking sampler. I've been really eyeing Hands to Work too. I got Autumn Posy. Super cute. I got Sir Dandy. Look at his patchwork coat. Another Hands to Work. And then this was on sale. Ragamuffin 1, Ann Harrison. I think it was $5 on Kitten Stitcher. Or on sale at least. And then another two that I got were Isabella Ufendel. That was 20% off on 123 Stitch at one point. And then another one is I was influenced by Michael at Davis Quilting Stitching. If you guys aren't watching Michael on Davis Quilting Stitching, he is a delight. He's stitching amazing things. And you get to meet his kids. On his one before this one, you meet all of his kids. all of his boys, and it's just, he's delightful. And he influenced me to buy this one. I love pink. And this is the most fun looking sampler I've ever seen from Hands Across the Sea. Jennifer Gilbert, 1818. Look at all the pink in there. And that blue is so pretty. I think I would like to do purple, pink and purple. That'd be so pretty. But that blue is really pretty. I don't know. We'll see. But it has a lot of specialty stitches. Look at those little ropes. Aren't those cute? And look at that, all of that satin stitching. So cute. I love it. And he showed me this and I was a goner. Another thing that I bought was the Scarlet Letter Elizabeth Squirrel. This is right up my alley. I don't know who showed me this, but yes to this. YES. And then another one that I bought was, I forget whose channel I saw this on. Susan Crowther's 1853. From the Heart Needle Art. I love this. And these guys. I'm not a dog cat lover, but what are those? Dogs or cats? Looks like dogs to me. But, and I genuinely don't like when things are so symmetrical, but this is going to be beautiful. I can tell. I like to stitch. I like it when they have different things on either side, you know, so I can stitch different stuff. Oh, and then I was watching Erica on Fibers and Floss Canada, and she was stitching this. This looks so cool to me. I'm not Canadian in any way, but look at that. That is a neat looking chart. Anything where they stitch in all of these reds to show little shadows and things. Oh, I love that. That is so cool. So I for sure want to stitch this. This is all DMC. On the back of it, it tells like what she did in her Flosstube. It was really neat. She talked about what everything on the sampler means. And it has that all written out in the back here so I can read it to my heart's content. Really neat samplers. That's Maple Leaf Montage. And I got it from, what is it? Thistle Needleworks. And then the other thing I bought was Lady Liberty, Blackbird Designs. Really into flags and stuff lately. So that is all my acquisitions. Believe it or not, that was a light week for me. I just love to collect patterns. I love to collect patterns. I love it. My husband is very disgusted, but I can't help myself. I love it. Now, a couple other things that I wanted to show you that I was going to start soon. When I was sick, I was going through my little bag here, and I have a bunch of things kitted up as well. This is Christmas strawberries, and I saw this on Narissa. Narissa's Stitching Lifestyle, and they look so fun to stitch. They're so, there's just 2 colors in these, and they look so cute. I want to stitch those. So I have a whole bag of like Christmas stuff that I want to stitch that's in here. And another thing I have in here is something I've already started. And this is Christmas Square Dancing 2. This reminds me of the little guy that I stitched here. Super easy, just a weekend stitch. I've already got the border done. And then all the floss for all 3 of them are on here. Stitch those up quick on a weekend sometime. And then another thing that I have is the Prairie Schooler. trees. I have all the floss for those in here as well. I kitted them up with alternate flosses, like some overdyes and some DMC. And then I have this pattern that I got from a magazine, Tree Trimmings. It's a book, actually. This little ho 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 looks Disney-esque to me. Little Disney hat. And I have the flosses picked out for that. Is it on this one? This is the one for the Santa Clauses. I have like 7 Santa Clauses here. Prairie Schooler Santa Clauses. And I've got them all printed out and ready to stitch. So I have the flosses for those in here as well. And then I have like a yard of 32 count hog bristle to do this all on. So they're all going to be stitched on that 32 count hog bristle. And I have every thread that I will need, plus some extras if I get to all the Prairie Schoolers, the ones that use more floss than usual. So I have all of that in my little one Christmas bag to stitch on Christmas ornaments when I want to. And another thing that I kitted up recently is Oh Joyous Day by Blackbird. And I'm using floss that I picked out and matched from DMC, like to Roxy Floss Co. And like this is for Weeks Putty. I'm going to use this color right here for Weeks Putty. So I kind of am using floss that I had in my stash, you know. So it's going to be kind of a mishmash of flosses. This I'm using for Mountain Mist. It'll be really pretty. What do you guys think of it on this autumn blush fabric for Oh Joyous Day? It does have a little bit of a pinky flush to the fabric, but it doesn't really look super pink to me, you know, just like a blush. And I was wondering what you guys would think of it on this fabric. Looks pretty pink right there, I guess. Okay, so let me know what you think of that. And I think that's it for my, oh no, it's not. It's not it. I'm also going to be stitching this. This is Mary Foch from Running with Needles and Scissors. And this is in conjunction with, is it Rocky Mountain or is it Tudor? I think it's Tudor Rose. I just ripped my bag. Tudor Rose Sampler Guild. Let me see. I bought it through one of the guilds. I'm in both guilds, so I don't remember which one it is. But anyway, these are the greatest colors known to man. I love all colors, but still. Look at those. Oh my gosh. It does not get any better than this, color-wise. Stunning. And I'm gonna stitch this on, let's see, 46 count sleeping bear, needle and flax. It calls for 46 count oat by Fibers on a Whim, but I'm gonna do sleeping bear. I bought a whole yard of sleeping bear, so. Oh, it's gonna look great. There is nothing better than these colors, I'll tell you what. So I'm gonna be starting that as well. We don't have the whole chart yet, just have the border or the first part. So you can do the whole border or you can do the first section, the first page, I guess. So that'll be exciting too. All right, I think that's it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching me. I really, really love this community. I love every one of you. I have not met a mean person in this whole group, not at all. So thank you so much for being who you are. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.